Today, we are discussing the tips that will create a gentle life, a peaceful life, and a calm life. Peace is a luxury. Having a life of calm is a luxury. And they are virtues that you need to develop within yourself because they are qualities that reflect femininity and a woman that is operating in her feminine energy. So, the first thing we'll discuss is the difference between peace and calmness. So, peace is a softness that radiates from the inside out. It's something that people feel rather than see, whereas calmness is what softness looks like from the outside. So that's something that people are able to see. How you carry yourself, your poise, and how you regulate your emotions. You're not looking rushed, you're not looking stressed, but people are able to see that you're operating from a calm energy because your calmness is driven from the peace that you're feeling inside, the peace that you've developed within yourself, inside of who you are. So, what does peace look like? Peace within yourself. What does that look like? It looks like trusting that things and everything will work out for you in your favor. And even though they may not go the way you want them to go, the way you hoped they would go, knowing that God is in control of your life and the things that He is bringing into your life, you will have peace in trusting that what has to go, you're able to let go of, and what comes, you will embrace it with peace and gratitude because you know that that is what is meant to be in your life. Peace also looks like letting go of the need to prove yourself, the need to prove who you are, the need to people please, and the need to control situations that you don't necessarily have control over. But just letting go and embracing that what comes, comes, and what goes, goes. Being peaceful also looks like believing that you are worthy and that you are enough. Which goes back to the point we just spoke of earlier, where you don't have to prove yourself. You know that you are enough because you already give 100% of what you are able to give. And if people are not appreciative of that, you're able to not place that as a reflection of you, but rather understand that sometimes people are just unappreciative, sometimes people are just ungrateful, sometimes people are just going through whatever it is they are going through. But if you know within yourself that you are giving 100%, 110%, you are putting out the best quality that you are able to. You're working from a place of kindness, you're working from a place of wisdom. Peace also looks like existing with grace and faith and not fear. So I recorded a video in which I spoke about having faith over fear. I will link it below. But when you're operating from a place of faith and belief that things work out for your good, that what you desire will come to you and more, and you're not letting fear drive your emotions, you're not letting fear drive your feelings, your thoughts, your behavior, and operating from a place of faith, hope, belief that things work out for you, positivity is coming, blessings, abundance is coming for you, you will be more at peace within yourself because you just know that life is working out for you. Things will work out for you, regardless of how wrong things may feel in a moment. You know that things will work out for you because your faith is strong and you believe in God to provide. You believe in things to work out for you. And lastly, peace looks like believing that you are divinely protected and that you are divinely provided for. So if you know that God is protecting you, you know that God will provide for you. You're not operating from a place of stress, a place of fear, a place of lack, but rather you know that God is able to give you more than you can even ask for because God is limitless. The things that you can ask for are limitless. Nothing is impossible for God. And if you believe that God will provide and protect your interests, that God will protect your relationships, that God will protect your marriage, that God will protect your life, your investments, God is protecting you in every area of your life, you will be more at peace in the way that you carry yourself, in the way that you think, and in the way that you believe life will work out for you. And now we'll discuss what calmness looks like. And this could look like walking gracefully rather than walking in a rushed way. So calmness looks like the way you carry yourself in your day. You are not walking around with a rushed energy, with a chaotic energy, and overwhelmed energy, but this is something that people can see. You're walking gracefully as you walk from place to place, or you're driving peacefully, you're not blowing your horn because you're rushed, because you didn't leave on time, or whatever it may be. You're just frustrated. Calmness also shows in your face, because when you're calm, you're not frowning, but rather you're smiling, or you're neutral. You're not looking stressed in and in exchange, that's spreading to people, because people receive what you're giving, and people don't necessarily want to be around someone that's stress energy, someone that's chaotic energy. Calmness also looks like being in control of what you say. So you're not reacting, overreacting, and involving yourself in everything, but you know what to let go of. You know when to say something because it's necessary to say it. And when you're more aware of what you are saying, when to say, it avoids arguments, it avoids drama, it avoids misspeaking. You are able to save yourself from not being in situations or conversations that you don't necessarily need to be in, or conversations that are drama related, stress related, or things that paint you in a negative light or ruin your reputation, when you could have just stayed quiet and responded if it was necessary for you to respond, when it was necessary for you to respond, and also when you do respond because your input is required, not self-forced. You're able to speak in a calm tone, in a calm way, rather than an aggressive way, or in a way that people misunderstand what you're trying to say because you're working from wrong or negative emotions, rather than working in speaking from a calm mental space. And calmness could also look like doing gentle, fun things like taking warm baths and having a morning routine that's soft and calm, or an evening routine that just lets you settle into the night and prepares you for a night of rest. And just doing things such as sipping tea or a smoothie while you journal, like you're smiling while you're working, you're enjoying the things that you're working on, the projects that you're working on, both personal and work. You're not irritated or frustrated because you're doing something you don't want to do, but rather you're enjoying it or thinking in a positive way, in that once I'm done with this task is done, I can move on to something else, something I want to do. So let's discuss the things that we need to eliminate, because these things do not promote calmness and they do not promote peace. So the first thing is to eliminate competitiveness. So competitiveness does not promote peace in any way. So competing in your everyday life, competing with people intentionally or unintentionally, will not promote peace within yourself. You will constantly feel the pressure of having to win, the pressure of having to come up on top, the pressure of having to be the best. And it takes you out of your feminine energy, because you're constantly operating from your mind rather than operating from your body. Femininity is energy that comes within your body. And if you're not at peace within yourself because you're competing, you are not in your feminine energy. And just think of someone that may be competing by themselves with you, like you're not even aware there's a competition, you're not intending to or want to compete with them, but think of the ways that they treat you because they're in competition with you. The energy in which they carry themselves because they're under constant pressure to be on top, to win, and it makes you not want to be around people like that. So that feeling that somebody that may be competing with you and you're not even aware, don't spread that with the world. It's not a nice feeling. It's not a nice feeling to you. It's not a nice feeling to people around you. So try to eliminate competitiveness so you could promote the peace within yourself. The next thing to eliminate is comparison. Comparing yourself to people will steal your joy. It will make you unhappy. It will make you operate from a place of lack, a place of failure, when in reality you have so many blessings, you're so abundant, you're so prosperous. If you take that energy of comparing and put it back towards yourself and just see the things that you have, the things that you're blessed with, the opportunities that exist. So stop comparing yourself to others or comparing your life to what other people's lives may be. And everyone says social media is the easiest way that you find yourself comparing, because it is true. Everybody cannot be wrong. So when you're on social media, be observant of the feelings that are within yourself. If you start feeling the feelings of envy, the feelings of lack, the feelings of comparing, the feelings of failure, stop being on social media so much eliminate those people that might be unintentionally bringing those feelings within yourself, because you are the priority. Working on yourself is priority. Healing yourself is priority. And as we said earlier in the video, having peace within yourself is a luxury. Operating from a place of chaos, a place of lack, a place of failure, it's such a miserable feeling, and it's not worth putting yourself through that. So try to eliminate comparison as much as you can. Watch if you are comparing yourself unintentionally, because you will catch yourself saying statements such as, when is it my turn? It never happens for me. I am missing out. I should have this by now. Just statements along those lines. When you start to hear yourself speaking that way, know that you're speaking from a place of comparison and a place of lack rather than a place of gratitude, because you're not looking at what you have. You're not working from a place of expectancy, because good things are coming to you. The blessings that somebody else has, you can have also, if you believe you deserve it and if you work towards receiving them. The next thing to eliminate immediately, and I mean immediately, is superstition. This is one of the worst things that personally I gave into, and once I eliminated them, I've been at so much peace within myself. Superstition, it's such a waste of time, because you're constantly looking for the negative thing to happen, which keeps you in a place of negativity. And when that thing does happen, you start acting in self-sabotaging ways, because you've already put it in your mind, you've already put it in your energy that this negative event will happen because ABC thing happened. And it's just the stress of trying to control something that you cannot control. You can't control a certain superstition from happening. So one of the superstitions that I had was that if a certain song played, it meant that a bad event was going to happen, and it would happen immediately. And that put me in a place of constant stress, because I was trying to avoid hearing that song. And when you're out in public, you cannot control the songs that play on the radio. If you're in the clothing store or you're at a restaurant, you cannot control the music that's playing. I was constantly on edge because I was hoping that song wouldn't play. I couldn't enjoy my meal because my thought is, what if this song plays? And then when that song did play, it ruined my night, because in my mind, I was expecting negative thing to happen next. And what was worse was I was constantly on edge, because I would sit and say, what day does it happen? So I'm waiting day by day by day for the negative thing to happen. And the truth is, you give things power. If you want to give a certain thing, a certain belief, power over your life, you want to believe that ABC thing will bring negativity into your life, that is a choice you are making, because you can also make the same decision to not believe that. So for example, if the superstition is walking under a ladder brings bad luck, if one person does not believe that, and in fact their belief is walking under a ladder brings them good luck, when they see a ladder, they will walk under that ladder because they're expecting good luck. And guess what? Good luck happens. So watch the rules that you are placing on your life and upon yourself, because some of these rules are just promoting stress and unnecessary stress, and they're bringing unnecessary bad events because you're believing in them. Instead, start to believe in what's there and start to believe that God and things are working out for your good. The next thing to eliminate is disorganization and clutter. And with this, I am speaking both mentally and physically. Try to be more organized in your mind. And by this, I mean, if you're working on several projects, try to write them down so that you're not overwhelmed, because the overwhelm in your mind shows on your face, it shows in your energy, it shows in the way you carry yourself. So try to free your mind up by writing things down, by taking care of things when you're able to take care of them, so that your list of things to do is not growing. And organize your computer files, place things where you can easily find them, where you can find them, so you're not spending too much time trying to look things up, and then in the process of looking things up, there's clutter everywhere. And this also goes for physical organization. I believe your space is a reflection of your mental. So if your room is cluttered, it's a reflection that your life is cluttered. It's a reflection that your mental is cluttered. So with decluttering and organization, it will show in your physical environment. And when you're in a clean environment, you feel peaceful, you feel calm. So watch your physical environment as well as your mental environment. Try to be organized and declutter as much as you can and be as organized as much as you can. So the next thing to eliminate is overthinking and worry. So stop thinking about the past and punishing yourself for past events. If you've made a mistake, learn to forgive yourself and move on quickly and focus on learning the lesson you were meant to learn rather than wasting time punishing yourself and wasting time beating yourself up, because that time that you're wasting in a negative habit, you could also turn that around and use it instead to learn the lesson and apply the lesson that this mistake was meant to teach you. And with overthinking, sometimes things cannot be resolved immediately. You don't have to have a solution immediately. So if you carry the belief that things will work out, it will eliminate overthinking. It will eliminate worry. If you've given 100%, worrying will not add to it. Worrying is not an ingredient for success. It just wastes your energy and it wastes your time, and it doesn't help you stay in the peaceful energy that you deserve to be in. The next is to eliminate survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you are just doing what you can to survive, and it shows and everybody can see it. This looks like stress, and it's the complete opposite of calm and peace, which we are trying to cultivate within ourselves. Recognize when you're in survival mode or when you're feeling the feelings of survival mode. As we spoke of earlier, not everything can be resolved immediately. Some things take time, some things take planning, some things take help from other people. So try to recognize how you can better resolve a situation and try to gain wisdom if that's what will help you get out of survival mode, because you have a more effective way now on how to deal with a certain situation. So first, try to recognize when you are in survival mode and what those feelings and behaviors look like, and then work on eliminating the things that are causing the survival mode, and think of the solutions and seeking help where you can, so that you don't feel the stress of having everything on your shoulder, having the stress of feeling like you are the only one that can solve this issue. People who love you are willing to help you, they want to help you, and they will help you if you allow them to. So try to eliminate survival mode as much as you can. And the last thing to eliminate is chaos and drama. You cannot have a peaceful life if you are involved in drama, if you are inviting chaos through that drama. So doing things like participating in arguments, you don't have to be involved in every argument you're invited to. Being still and being silent is one of the best things that you will ever do to save yourself peace, to save yourself drama. Avoid arguments, avoid toxic people, avoid toxic situations. And the peace that comes within your life when you eliminate those things is unimaginable. It's worth it, and it's worth taking the time and the effort to eliminate the people, the things, and the experiences that are there to disturb your inner peace and that are there to disturb your calm environment. So now we will discuss the things that promote peace and the things that promote calm. So we'll start with speaking about the things that promote peace, because that's internal, and we want to cultivate these things within ourselves because they radiate from the inside out. So the first thing is to heal and let go of things that you cannot control, things that are in the past, things that are in the future and you cannot do anything about in this moment. Healing is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Take the time to heal, because with healing comes letting go of pain, letting go of people that don't serve you, letting go of memories that are not helping you, and letting go of bad experiences, because holding on to those things will keep you stuck in the past and on the negative spectrum of things in the past. Next is to practice gratitude. And this goes back to eliminating competitiveness and comparison. Because when you focus on yourself and when you focus on the things that you do have, you will be at peace within yourself because you start to see the abundance that exists within yourself. You start to see the blessings. You start to see the ways in which you are growing, the ways in which you're developing. You're able to see how far you have come. You're focused on the future and the vision that you have for the person you want to be, the life you're building, the dream life that you're working towards. So practice gratitude because when you're focused on positive, you attract positive. The next is setting boundaries and enforcing those boundaries. So if you start setting boundaries within yourself, you will see the peace that you are inviting in your life. So let's say, for example, if you're going through a breakup and you set the boundary of, I will not check social media, I will not look out for him, I will not be sitting in hope of him coming back, just anything that makes you stuck on the pain of the breakup, the pain of the ex, and you enforce that boundary and you actually stop looking out for him. You stop holding out hope and start thinking of the future relationship, the better relationship that you could get because you're working on healing yourself. And that means you will be in a better relationship. When you are disciplined in your boundaries, you will see the peace that you invite because you're not looking out for things that are hurting you. You're not stuck in the past of the past relationship, but you're focused on you now healing and you're working towards a future that you're desiring, a future relationship that you're desiring. Another example of a boundary that you set with yourself could be, I will not listen to things that bring me down. And this could mean I will not listen to music that speaks badly about women. I will not watch shows that promote negativity, and this could mean maybe the way people act in the show. Maybe it's a horror movie, maybe it's a movie that's full of murder or whatever it may be. But if you set that boundary, you enforce it and you're disciplined in it, you will see how you respecting yourself in that way will bring so much peace within yourself that you will not allow anybody else to bring the chaos within yourself because of the inner work and the effort that you are doing within yourself to bring peace in your life. So the next is to be in feminine flow and creativity. And this means doing things that get you to express your creativity, just being in flow of what you want to do. And even if what you want to do is something that other people may not want to do, but you're able to go and do it by yourself because you really desire to do that thing. You want to make your inner girl happy. When you're living in your creative flow, it's such a peaceful, fun place to be in because you're making yourself happy. You're honoring yourself in something you desire to do. And it promotes peace. Like you'll find yourself smiling naturally because you're doing something you love. And another point that I do want to mention on being in feminine flow and creativity is just letting go and enjoying the moment. So for example, if you're taking a dance class, rather than being in that dance class and thinking I have to be the best at it, I have to learn this routine, but thinking if I mess up, it's okay. I'm just here to have fun and enjoy the experience of learning a dance routine with my friends, if you go with your friends, or just learning a dance routine because this is something I want to do. I'm moving my body. I'm practicing something that's creative. I'm enjoying myself. So stay in that flow of positivity and that will promote peace and happiness within yourself. And the next is to promote a serene environment. And we touched on this a little bit earlier when we spoke of eliminating disorganization and clutter. This is the opposite of that. So creating an environment that's calm, an environment that's serene, that's clean, that has aromatherapy, things you love like candles, flowers. Creating an environment that is filled of the things that you love that make you happy, if it's artwork, whatever it may be. But that will make you want to be in your environment and that will bring you so much peace when you go in that environment. The world can be chaotic, but if you go in that one room that you've created for yourself, your girl room, whatever it may be, you will instantly be in peace because it's filled with everything that you love and everything that brings you joy. The next is to have slow mornings and slow evening routines. And I love this because rushing does not promote peace. Rushing is the complete opposite of that. And having routines that you love, routines that promote self-care, routines where you're taking care of yourself, you're nourishing yourself, you will feel so peaceful and you will love yourself so much for taking care of yourself in the way that you need the care. The next is to connect with nature. When you take the time to step out and just enjoy the beauty that exists, the beauty that is around you, You will be amazed at the peace that you feel inside. Nature is so healing and is one of the easiest and quickest ways that we can promote peace within ourselves. If you're ever in an environment that's feeling chaotic to you, stepping outside makes a difference. Just going out, having fresh air, feeling the sun on your skin, it will promote peace within you in that moment. And always go to nature if you need a quick moment of peace. And finally, make the conscious effort to surround yourself with the people, the things, and the events that promote peace within yourself. Any bad memory, eliminate those. Anybody that's involved in toxicity, in drama, eliminate those people. They will not help you grow. And the things that make you feel bad about yourself, or the things that you don't enjoy or don't want to do, eliminate those things if you can. Make the conscious effort to surround yourself with things that promote peace within yourself. So next, we will discuss the things that you can do that will promote calmness within you. Calmness is how you carry yourself and how you show up in the world. So the things that promote calmness are slightly different from the things that promote inner peace. However, when you are at peace within yourself, you will carry yourself with a calm energy. And that is why I wanted to speak about the things that promote peace first, because those will help you carry a calm energy, a calm aura, and they'll help you carry yourself in a calm way. So the first thing that you can implement is to do breathing exercises throughout your day. And with breathing exercises, you could do the 4-7-8 method. And this is where you inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 7, exhale for 8. And this method does wonders in bringing you calmness in a moment. And if you don't want to do the math in your head as you're trying to do the breathing exercise, you could get one of those breathing animations. I love those so much because they direct you on how much time you should inhale, how much time you should hold, and how much time you should exhale, just by looking at the image and the animation. So breathing exercises will instantly calm you. Just think of when you're so tense and your shoulders are clenched, and the moment that you exhale, even your body physically exhales, and it brings such a peace. And with that, you're able to eliminate muscle tension and body aches, because this being shoulders clenched is such an unnatural position and it's putting so much stress on your muscles. Whereas if you're calm and you look it, because you're doing breathing exercises, you don't feel those aches and pains that come from being in stress and carrying that stress. So next is to do gentle movements. If you're doing yoga, you're going out for a walk, you take a moment to stretch your body. That will promote calmness because you're taking a moment for yourself to do something that your body needs. You're taking a moment to nurture your body and to take care of yourself. So incorporate gentle movements, yoga, stretching, taking walks throughout your day. They will make a difference. The next thing you can do to promote calmness is gentle self-talk. Watching how you speak to yourself and about yourself is so important. A lot of times people say things in a joking way, or they'll just limit themselves by starting statements such as I can't, I won't, I'm never able, I never can, it's not for me. Like, for example, math is not for me. It is for you. You're more than capable. If you put your mind to it, you can. So watch the things that you say and the things you are declaring over your life, because what you're saying is a self-prophecy. If you're prophesying negativity over you and your abilities, you will not be able to do the thing that you're saying. And if you turn it around, and if you're not good at something, but rather you're saying, I am learning, I am working on, that's a different energy. That's a different attitude, because it gives your mind the impression, it gives your subconscious the impression that you are working on getting better. You are developing yourself on that particular thing. So watch the things you say. Never say anything negative as a joke. Your subconscious does not know the difference and it takes it seriously. And what you put in your subconscious, your brain starts working on that and it will give you exactly that. A negative thought will never bring you a positive life. Negative thoughts and inputs will never bring you positivity. It will never bring you positive results. And also with that, don't talk to yourself in a way that you wouldn't talk to somebody. So if you're saying things like, I'm so stupid, how could I have made that mistake? You are human. Be gentle with yourself. Be graceful with yourself. If a friend made that same mistake, you would be understanding. You would be graceful with them. So do the same for you. give yourself the same grace that you would give somebody. Give yourself the same understanding and forgiveness that you would give somebody. Mistakes mean you are human. Mistakes mean you are learning and you are growing. Nobody starts off as an expert. Nobody starts off at a pro level. You have to learn, and mistakes are part of learning. The next thing to promote calmness is to eliminate multitasking. If you're able to eliminate multitasking as much as you can. When you focus on one thing, you're able to give that thing all of the attention that it needs, that it deserves, and that means you will get quality work as a result. So multitasking puts so much stress on you. You're focused in doing so many things at once, and you don't realize when you've made a mistake because you're focused on all the other things that you need to do. You don't realize when you're not doing your best because you have so many things on your plate that you need to get to. Try to eliminate multitasking. And it also goes back to the point when we spoke of being organized, both mentally and physically, because if you're organized, you will not feel the stress of having so many things on your plate, and you will not have to multitask where you don't have to multitask. The next thing that promotes calmness is to have an aesthetic environment and calmness. And we touched on this a little bit earlier, so I won't speak too much on it, but surrounding yourself with things that you love. Flowers, candles, artwork, aromatherapy, whatever it may be. When you're surrounded by the things that you love, you have a clean environment, you have an organized environment, you will be calm and people can see that. Because just imagine if you have a work desk and it's full of papers and somebody is asking you for something and you have to shift through all these papers, you have to go through all these papers. Think of the image that that gives. It shows that you're not organized. It shows that you lose things. And it makes people wonder if they could trust you with something, especially something private. If, for example, it's a confidential document and you have this stack of paper on your desk, you would take a moment to wonder if this person would take care of something that's private, or would they just stack it on top of the pile of papers that already exist on their desk. It just gives a bad impression. Whereas if you're more organized, even if it's your work desk and you have stuff, if it's in an organized format, if you put things in their cabinets, not everything has to be on your desk, visible to everybody. It gives a sense of calmness. It gives a sense of trust. It gives a sense of this person cares about their environment, themselves, and what they're working on. So the next thing is to release overthinking and negative thoughts. And we've spoken about this in the earlier part of the video, so I will not cover too much of it, but always remember to stop overthinking, especially on things that you cannot control, things that have already happened. If you're stuck in the past, you can't change it. Worrying is not an ingredient for success, but it's an ingredient for failure because it keeps you stuck in the past. It keeps you stuck thinking negatively on lack rather than thinking on what you can do, and it wastes your energy because you could use that energy to take action on the new strategies, on the new things that you can do for your success. And finally, I will always go back to this point, being in nature. Go outside and experience fresh air. Let the sun hit your skin. Go hear the ocean if you're close to the ocean. Hear the sound of the rain on the window. Just being in nature, even if you're not outside, being indoors and listening to the rain, that will calm you. That will give a sense of appreciation of the world that you live in, the beauty that exists. And nature is the best healer. It's the best thing that will reset your nervous system. So take advantage of that as much as you can. So for the last part of this video, we will talk about protecting your peace and your calmness. And the first way is to always ask yourself, if you're ever in an environment, if you're ever around somebody, if you're ever doing a thing that you may or may not want to do, ask yourself, does this thing, this environment, this person, are they disturbing my peace or are they promoting my peace? And when you know that answer, act accordingly. If the answer is no, eliminate that thing. If the answer is yes, then you can continue with that thing. The next thing is to say no. Say no to things that feel heavy. Say no to things that feel forced. And say no to things that feel draining. Next, take moments in the day that will promote your calmness. And this looks like intentionally staying still for a few minutes in the day. This looks like doing the breathing exercises that we spoke about earlier, taking time to stretch your body, taking time to go outside for walks, because these things will help you reset, they'll help you refocus, especially if you're working on a project that is taking a lot of your focus. Try to remember or set timers. Take moments that will promote calmness and peace within yourself. And finally, trust the flow. Try to eliminate control of things you cannot control. Trust that things will work out for you, and the things that you desire are coming to you. They're on their way right now, and it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of when. When you live in that expectancy, when you live in that abundance, that gratitude mindset, that expectancy mindset, it will keep you in a place of peace, because you're not thinking lack. You're not having to worry about things not working out for you. You're not competing for things that are not meant for you. You're not comparing yourself with things that are not meant for you, that don't suit you, that are not even the best things for you. So live in trust and belief and in faith that things will always work out for you, and the best of the best is on its way to you. And I hope that this video encourages you to promote the qualities of peace and calm within yourself, because when you have those qualities within yourself, you're able to share them with the people around you, whether that's your current children, your future children. You're able to teach them how to be peaceful within themselves, how to be calm within themselves. You're able to share that with your parents. You're able to share that with your husband, your future husband. It's such a quality to be someone that brings peace in the world, someone that brings peace in people's lives. It is a luxury, and people will view you as a luxury that they want in their life, because you're bringing this thing, you're bringing this peace, you're bringing this feminine quality of peace, of calmness. And the first thing first is to do it for you, so that when your cup is full and overflowing, you are giving to the world from that overflow, and it's not draining you in any way. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Thank you again for watching my video. I wanted to say, take a moment to check out my online jewelry store, Pretty Dainty. It is faith-based jewelry that is both elegant and beautiful, and when you wear it, it is a reminder of God's love and His promises for us and His plans for our lives. I will link the website below, and happy shopping. With lots of love, Nia.